the Emergent Superintelligence, Human 2.0? Welcome back to Hive Mind, the dawn of telepathic humanity. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and today we're stepping into a future that seems both exhilarating and terrifying, the rise of superintelligence. But we're not talking about artificial intelligence here. We're talking about human intelligence, supercharged by connectivity, by brain-to-brain interfaces, and by the ability to merge human consciousness into a collective. The question is not whether this future is possible, it's whether we're ready for it. Are we about to see the emergence of Human 2.0, a version of ourselves that transcends biological limits? Or are we on the brink of something that could undermine everything we understand about individual agency, autonomy, and the soul? Let's begin with the concept of emergent intelligence. This idea comes from the study of complex systems, where simple interactions between individual components give rise to a larger, more sophisticated structure. Think about ants forming a colony, bees creating a hive, or birds flocking in perfect synchronization. Individually, these creatures are nothing extraordinary, but when they come together, something greater emerges: a collective intelligence. Now imagine applying this idea to humans, but instead of ants or bees, we have brains, connected. Imagine billions of individual minds, not just sharing information, but thinking together, feeling together, creating together. When minds merge, when individual thoughts are linked and amplified, what do we become? A hive, a superintelligence. This is the promise of brain-to-brain technology. This is what Neuralink, DARPA, and countless other research institutions are working toward. The ability to merge minds, to create a collective intelligence greater than any individual brain. The question isn't just whether we can do it, it's whether we should. Let's break this down. We're already seeing the first steps toward this kind of collective intelligence. Brain-to-brain interfaces are being tested in labs, and the early results are stunning. In experiments with neural networks, two human brains have been linked together, allowing them to share thoughts and sensory data. UCSD scientists have demonstrated the ability to transmit images from one brain to another using a simple interface, bypassing the need for spoken language or even visual cues. The technology is already here, and it's getting better every year. Now imagine this technology scaling. Imagine thousands of people, or millions, linked together, sharing thoughts, emotions, and ideas in real time. Imagine a global consciousness, where every human brain is linked to a collective network, exchanging information without words, without screens, without barriers. In theory, this could create an intelligence far beyond the capacity of any single human mind, a hive of thoughts, ideas, and innovations that would revolutionize problem-solving, creativity, and decision-making. But what happens when this collective intelligence surpasses the individual mind? This is where things get tricky. Because while the idea of superintelligence sounds fascinating, it also comes with enormous risks. If we create a collective intelligence, we risk losing the essence of what it means to be human. We risk erasing individuality. We risk the collapse of personal autonomy as our thoughts, desires, and actions become synchronized with the collective. And once that happens, who are we? Are we still individuals? Or are we just nodes in a larger network? This is the dilemma of Human 2.0. As we merge our minds, our intelligence, and our experiences into a global hive, we risk losing what makes us unique: the ability to think independently, to feel personally, to dream alone. When we are linked together, we are no longer defined by our own thoughts. We are defined by the collective. And it's not just about losing individuality. It's about control. If we allow this kind of collective intelligence to emerge, who controls it? Who decides what the collective thinks, what the collective values, what the collective does? This isn't just about creating a smarter, more efficient world. It's about the centralization of power. The ability to control the collective mind is the ultimate power. And once that power is in the hands of a few, it's not hard to imagine a world where dissent is not just silenced, but erased. Let's consider the implications of a world where superintelligence exists, a world where the collective mind is more powerful than the individual mind. In such a world, free will becomes a fragile illusion. Your thoughts, your decisions, your desires, are they truly your own, or are they shaped by the network? Are you choosing to participate in the collective, or are you being absorbed by it? And here's the scariest part. Once the collective intelligence surpasses human capabilities, the question becomes, what happens to us? Are we still needed? In a world of superintelligent minds, does the individual become obsolete? If the collective is more powerful, more efficient, and more capable of solving problems than any single human mind, then what place do we have in that future? Are we the creators of the hive, or are we simply the raw material it's built from? This is where things take a dark turn. Because the rise of superintelligence doesn't just mean we're more connected, it means we're more controlled. As the collective mind grows more powerful, the need for individual autonomy shrinks. The hive doesn't need individuals to think for themselves. It needs them to belong. And when everyone belongs, there's no room left for dissent. No room for the unique spark of creativity that comes from individual thought. the individual becomes nothing more than a cog in the machine. So, what do? First, we need to acknowledge the dangers of this future. The idea of collective intelligence is seductive. The promise of a smarter, more efficient world is appealing. But we must ask, at what cost? At what point does the rise of the collective intelligence cross the line into something darker? Into something that erases the soul of humanity? Second, we must fight to preserve individuality. We must protect the essence of what it means to be human, the ability to think independently, to dream uniquely, to create from within. The hive may be inevitable, but we must ensure that it never replaces the individual. The collective mind can never be allowed to swallow the individual soul. And third, we must ensure that the power to control the collective is never concentrated in the hands of a few. We must demand transparency, accountability, and fairness in the creation of superintelligent systems. The hive must not become a tool for control. It must remain a tool for collective evolution, driven by the will of the people, not the elite. Let me leave you with this. The rise of superintelligence is coming. It's already here in small ways, in labs, in experiments, in early prototypes. But the real question is, will we be the architects of this new intelligence, or will we be consumed by it? The future of humanity is at stake. The rise of Human 2.0 is not just about better technology, it's about the preservation of the individual, the soul, and the mind. Because once we lose those, we lose what makes us truly human. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones. The replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans. The merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.